Hello and welcome to episode 331. I had to check there for a second. 331 of the Daily Sales Message podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident. And as a result of that, you can sell more stuff too. Now, today we're talking about outreach and my approach to outreach, cold DMs, cold calls, cold messages and emails, whatever you want to call it. Most people foolishly focus on volume. Now, volume is important. We've got to be hitting as many people as you can. However, I think we need to focus on value first of all. It's far better for me to contact 10 people today, or 10 companies, potential clients who are very well researched. I know who they are. I've got a pretty good idea that they might need my help, and I can send them a customized message that's quite unique to them, versus 100 messages to 100 companies where I don't really know who they are, and I'm kind of fishing, essentially. Now, it feels like sending 100 messages, having more volume, that feels like a more productive day, doesn't it? Well, I sent 100 messages today. That sounds very impressive. Versus, well, I sent 10 messages today. But it's the value, not the volume, that matters. Out of those 10, I should convert more if I've done my homework properly than you might do out of the 100. So it's really easy to fall into the trap of going for volume because it feels like you're doing more. It feels like you're making more progress. But it's the value that really matters. The quality of the people you're talking to, the value of the things that you're saying, that is far more important. So the moral of the story today is focus on value, not volume. Don't let volume misguide you. And you know this is true because if you ever sent hundreds and hundreds of messages and DMs and emails, whatever, what was the response rate like? Was it any good or was it poor? Versus if you've ever really done some targeted campaigns and really gone after specific companies and buyers and people, you should be a lot more successful. So focus on value, not volume. Volume is a bit of a red herring. It's a bit of a trap, but it's really easy to fall into because it just feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to say I've sent 100 emails today, but what's the result of those 100 emails? That's what we need to focus on. Right, that's it for this episode of the podcast. Tomorrow in 332, I'm talking about something that helps you to convert your buyers. It helps you have a better conversation with them. It allows you to connect your offering to them much better, and it allows them to much better understand how you can help them. It's a very, very simple thing, so easily missed, like so many of the things I've spoken about in this podcast, so easily missed, really simple. You can do it immediately, but we'll cover that in tomorrow's episode. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please hit like or subscribe to the podcast or comment wherever you're listening to this, wherever you're watching it. If you can interact in any way, it just helps us to reach more people with our free and practical and simple sales advice. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another informative edition of the Daily Sales Message.